downtown Bakersfield. 23 ABC News starts now.
A deadly hit and run, and police need your help in finding the person responsible. We have details on the suspect vehicle.
And a question being posed: why should customers pay for something they didn't use or even get? It's a question that many Californians who suffered through the power outage are asking right now.
And as Thanksgiving approaches, the mission at Kern County hoping to provide meals to those in need. Find out how you can help coming up.
Good morning and thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 6 a.m. I'm Danielle Kern-Camp.
I'm Mike Hart. I'm glad you're here. Let's bring in 23 ABC's chief meteorologist, Elena Rusk. You're going to be glad with what she has to say if you're looking ahead to the weekend.
Right.
Well, you see the clouds and you're like, oh, not yet.
Oh, right. Almost, but not yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're streaming overhead, but they are keeping us a little warmer than this time yesterday. So we're still at 57 for our morning low. That's up 5 degrees from yesterday. That's up 10 to 15 degrees above seasonal morning lows, because clouds kind of nestle you in like a blanket. So as we take a look at the weather, that high pressure is still in control. So those arrows showing that we have a westerly flow that's bringing the clouds on shore. A little bit of a breeze later today, but we're still pretty warm and stagnant here at ground level. You're just watching the clouds stream over your head. Do we have that beautiful morning picture this morning? If we can pull up the roof camera really quickly to show you the early morning light, those changing colors. Isn't that nice? So we're going to be partly cloudy to mostly cloudy throughout the day. No rain in those clouds though, and no strong breezes to clear out the bad air quality until later this afternoon. So you see 50s this morning climbing to 60s at 9 a.m. and then 70s for several hours. As for our roadways to get you out the door, you're doing okay for now, but keep in mind a lot of those construction projects are changing and switching, so follow new signs, and if the cones have moved, that's why.
Topping our news, the California Highway Patrol needs your help to find a vehicle allegedly involved in a hit-and-run crash. Take a look. This happened back on October 26th, about 9:30 in the evening on Roberts Lane and Higgins Drive in Oildale. Now, the vehicle hit and killed a person. The CHP says the suspect vehicle right there on your screen, a tan, what looks like Nissan Armada, captured on surveillance video from the Empire gas station on Roberts Lane. Officers need your help to try and identify the owner or maybe the driver of that vehicle. If you have any information about this crash or you think you know who might have been behind the wheel, call the Bakersfield CHP at 396-6600.
In news around the state, many Californians are questioning why they should be billed for power during a shutoff. One customer reported that she lost power for more than a week in October, but when she checked the bill for each day she was in the dark, she was surprised to find charges for estimated usage on those days. People all over the El Dorado County area have said they had the same problem. According to PG&E, this should not be happening. To help alleviate struggles during the shutoffs, PG&E's offered homeowners a $100 credit if they went more than 48 hours without power. As of Wednesday night, many people have said they have yet to see that credit.
Meantime, the California Public Utilities Commission has opened an investigation to examine the recent PG&E public safety power shutoff events to ensure utilities are held accountable. That investigation will assess whether PG&E properly balanced the need to provide safe and reliable services when planning and executing those shutoffs. The first phase of the investigation will evaluate PG&E's internal coordination, their external communication, and execution of the shutoffs. The next hearing is set to happen November 20th.
The month of November marks National Homeless Youth Awareness Month, and the Greater Bakersfield Legal Assistance is looking to kind of share the warmth.
Let's go to 23 ABC's Imani Stevens. She joins us live with more on the second annual Sleeping Bag Drive. Imani?
Good morning, Mike and Danielle. It's a little bit cool out right now. Bakersfield is 58 degrees. I'm a little bit bundled up, but they're also bundled up really well because it's going to get colder as the months come by. And that's why this sleeping bag is going to help homeless youth right here in our community. So I'm here with Allison. Good morning. Good morning. And why is this sleeping bag drive so important for homeless youth in our community?
Sure. So in January's point in time count, we counted 100 homeless youth between 18 and 21 in Kern County. Those numbers are low, however, as homeless youth are traditionally always the hardest to count throughout the United States. So while these youth are waiting for permanent housing, and while the Kern County Homeless Collaborative does everything they can to connect them to permanent housing, we do want to make sure that homeless youth have survival items such as sleeping bags to help stay warm during the winter.
Okay, and what are some of the donation locations? They're all across Bakersfield, but you're also willing to help people in the outlying areas like Tehachapi?
Sure. So if someone wants to donate donate in Bakersfield, they can donate at the Kaiser Permanente Farmers Markets or at Kern Bridges Youth Homes. That information is on nkernhomeless.org. If they want to set up and they're in an outlying area and they need someone to come pick it up, they can give me a call and we can arrange that. My phone number is 661-334-4668.
Okay, thank you, Allison and Victoria. This is all a collaborative with different agencies throughout Kern County. Can you share with me a little bit about that?
Sure. So Greater Bakersfield Legal Assistance is one of many agencies within the Kern County Homeless Collaborative. We remove legal barriers for homeless individuals to get housed in Kern County, and we also have 16 other units that we help with people who are not homeless as well. So you can find more information on GBLA at gbla.org.
Okay, thank you. And this is going to make a big difference in our community for homeless youth right here. Last year they collected 120 and this year's goal is 200. We have the information as well if you're willing to help out on our website, turn23.com. Live in Central Bakersfield, I'm Imani Stevens, 23 ABC, connecting you.
All right, Imani, thank you. The mission at Kern County needs your help. They're kind of short with critical donations to pull off their big Thanksgiving meal. The mission's struggling to keep their shelves stocked. And of course, on Thanksgiving, they serve about 600 homeless residents. As we get closer, the mission tells us they only have 2 turkeys right now in their freezer. And look at the shelves where the canned goods are.
Normally, we would have enough canned vegetables to last us like from Easter to Thanksgiving, from Thanksgiving to Christmas back then, but our numbers have went up as far as the guests that we serve, so we're using more.
As you know, Kern County has seen a major increase in homelessness according to the collaborative count, and as more residents become homeless, it makes it hard for the mission, they say, to keep up with the need. Their goal is to get through Thanksgiving, but they also need volunteers. Give them a call if you want to help out.
Yeah, and keep in mind, it's not just the hundreds of people at the mission that they're looking to feed, but people in neighboring communities who just need a Thanksgiving meal. So the mission says that their goal is to have 16,667 meals by Thanksgiving, and this is about where they're at right now. Now, you can make a monetary donation, and the mission shows this on their website, that this is exactly what a monetary donation will get you. $49.20 for 24 meals, $100.45 for 49 meals, $149.65 for 73 meals. So still a lot of time before Thanksgiving to make a difference.
If you're wondering what to do with those leftover pumpkins after the fall season, we have some ideas for you to be green after Halloween.
Ooh, 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido shares with us some options that could enhance your green thumb. Daniela?
That's right. If your pumpkins are already starting to look a little old, it might be time to start thinking of what you want to do with them next. We spoke with some local farmers on the most sustainable ways to get rid of your pumpkins this season.
Megan and Heath Emerson are the farmers behind Broad Fork Acres in Bakersfield. According to them, if you'd like to sustainably dispose of your pumpkins this season, you have options that require different levels of effort but make big environmental impacts.
These kind of materials that go into making compost, they're very valuable for the earth. So really about diverting that waste away from the landfill and turning it back into a vital resource is one of the most important things.
The easiest option being to recycle.
A hands-off approach, you would just put it in the green trash can rather than the brown trash can. And the green can is for yard waste, so a lot of times the gardeners will put their grass clippings in there. Well, a pumpkin is just like grass, it's an organic material.
Another option is to bury your pumpkin pieces.
Dig a hole, put all the pumpkin pieces into the hole and bury it, and it will actually churn that little bit of soil into more fertile soil.
Lastly, you can compost it.
Pumpkins and other food waste, that's going to be kind of like your green material. So compost is a mixture of green materials and brown materials. You would mix all that together and you would make a pile directly on the ground, and then you would need to cover it with some kind of tarp and then periodically water it and churn it every couple days.
But if creating a cheap natural fertilizer out of pumpkins isn't for your home,
you can actually use the shell as a vase for decoration. So just because fall is over, you still have Christmas coming up, and the shell can be dried out and used as a pot. So you could put soil in it and then plant succulents, so it doesn't really require much water.
If you'd like to learn more about organic waste and how you can compost your leftover pumpkins or other foods, we will have some resource links on our website, turnto23.com. Live in studio, Daniela Garrido, 23 ABC News, connecting you.
Runners will be taking off for the Bakersfield Marathon this weekend. We have a map of where it's all going to be happening. The event also includes a half marathon, a 10K, and a 5K. Saturday's the final day to register for any of the races. Participants will run through dozens of iconic neighborhoods, including Oleander, downtown Bakersfield, and the Kern County Museum and Bakersfield College. The start and finish lines are both at CSUB, and it's set to start at 7 a.m. on Sunday. Plus, event organizers for the marathon say they still need volunteers. They need help in various areas, but mostly course monitors, meaning you keep an eye on certain sections of the course to make sure everything goes smoothly. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer, contact the Active Bakersfield Alliance at 249-6450.